So no espresso. A little more complicated than regular drip coffee. So again, it's a game of ratios and also consistency. Now with brewed coffee, you have a large volume of water, a large volume of coffee, and it happens over around, like, depending on the method, 3 to 5 minutes. So if you're off a few grams, if you go a little over or under with the seconds, there's a lot of like forgiveness room that you can kind of play with. Espresso, it's all happening at high pressure very quickly. So if you go over 1 second, you'll notice a huge difference in that coffee to water ratio and sort of balance. So like talking about espresso machines, why are they so expensive? They just boil water, but they boil water very consistently. So we know this will always be the same temperature, close to, and we know the pressure will always be the same. So really now it's all on the barista to sort of match that consistency in order to get a good espresso, but becoming a great barista is getting good espresso every time, which is very hard. So, first steps. For something called dialing in the coffee, I want to just measure absolutely everything that I do. Basically, consistency, so I can replicate it every time. So, start out. Perfect. So I know there are 20 grams of espresso in this basket. I'm going to level it out. Again, consistency. I want every time that I do it to be a completely flat, level thing before I start, just so I know that I'm taking away as many variables as I can. Also for tamping, put it flat. And I want to be very consistent. I push straight down so it doesn't go down further in one side, higher on the other. Water's really lazy, so it follows the path, what's called least resistance. So if one side is lower than the other, it's going to go faster through that side. So we have over-extracted and under-extracted on different sides. We get a really balanced, kind of weird tasting bitter shot. So again, clean everything off.
Why do you pour water
You
first?
want to flush everything out if there's any coffee that's stuck up there. And also you want to bring the temperature of the machine up, so I know it'll kind of be at that mark. Again, do it every time so that everything's exactly the same. As it goes, it slowly ramps up in pressure till we get to around 9 bars. After that, a few strands from each side, they all come together. And we want it sort of pouring, sort of the consistency if you're pouring honey from a container.
It's actually perfect.
Like this one, it's easy to see. You want it to be dead center. This coffee, it's a semi-wash or like honey processed coffee from Nicaragua. So sort of dialing it in, I'm trying to find the amount of coffee out, or that ratio, and the amount of time to really bring out these really nice balanced flavors. Sort of a place to start. So I went for around 26 seconds, and our volume out was just around like 35 to 40 grams. Now, we want sort of a darker caramel color surrounded by lighter striations with these little black dots called flecking. It's sort of a visual cue that, okay, we pulled out sort of the right amount of these coffee solids in here.